Good evening. My name is Ben Bryant, and I am an alumni of DeKalb County Schools and the parent of 2 children currently in DeKalb schools. Our family goes back 5 generations in DeKalb schools, starting with my great-grandmother, who was a school teacher in 3rd grade for 34 years. First of all, I want to thank the board and the superintendent and the system staff for everything that you all do. I greatly appreciate and can relate to your commitment to the success of DeKalb schools. Much of my time as a student in DeKalb aligned with the 12 years that my dad served on this board. There were many family dinners at restaurants strategically chosen to allow my dad to grab a quick meal with us in between school meetings and events. There were also times where I was with my dad at these meetings, and we were literally there until the lights were cut off as he took the time to speak with constituents and address the issues facing our schools. If you know my dad and how long he will talk, or if you ever received one of his voicemails, you know that happened quite often. The firsthand exposure at an early age imparted on me the stress that serving on this board often places on its members, on you, particularly when handling sensitive matters such as those which impact the livelihood of a teacher. Thankfully, this board has an opportunity to thoroughly review the facts of each case in order to render a decision that is fair and just, and which will give the board comfort that the right decision is made. According to the Georgia Code, should the superintendent take the extreme measure of recommending suspension or termination of a teacher, the case proceeds to a hearing, which is conducted by the local board itself or assigned to a tribunal. It's my understanding that it has been years since this board actually elected to exercise its statutory authority to hear a case itself. Reading a written transcript from a tribunal is not an adequate substitute for the board calling upon and hearing the live testimony of witnesses and other stakeholders directly, particularly in a case where the board's decision will have a far-reaching impact on a teacher, a school, and a community. I urge this board to hear this case itself should it be brought before you. Choosing to do so will not only ensure the transparency and due process that we seek based on how this matter has unfolded, but will publicly affirm to all DeKalb's faculty and staff that the board is personally vested in ensuring that the decisions regarding personnel are not arbitrary and capricious, but are rendered in a manner that is fair, reasonable, and mindful of the impact to the teacher, the school, and the community. Dr. Green, shortly after you were appointed, I attended a breakfast meeting at Matthews Cafeteria in Tucker, where a group of committed community members from across the county pledged our support to you to help make DeKalb schools the best it can be for all stakeholders. I stand before you today to reaffirm that commitment. I want to work with you, as do all of my fellow Hendersonville Hawks, to not only bring positive resolution to the immediate situation, but to solve for the difficult decisions that our educators are put in every day as they seek to manage their classrooms. I hope the situation can be used as an opportunity to improve communication and to ensure that we value our highly capable and gifted educators and never put them in this situation again. Thank you.